Good morning, DC Public School System and DC Human Resources. My name is Edwin James. I'm a teacher candidate for DCPS. And today I'm going to be teaching you a lesson based on researching causes and effects. The grade level that I'll be teaching is from grades 6 to 12, ages 11 to 18. This is applicable to middle school, high school, and special education students. The subject area, of course, that I'll be teaching is English and Language Arts. Normally, these classes take 2 50-minute class periods, plus time outside of the class to do research and homework as necessary. The lesson objective is that my students will be able to differentiate between cause and effect. This lesson, of course, is based on Common Core State Standard RL1 CCSS 5. In the overview, students will participate actively and appropriately in discussion about cause and effect. So first we're going to take a look at what is a cause and what is an effect. Which is the following, a cause is what has happened. Is that true or false, class? Okay, that's true. So let's look at our first lesson, our first paragraph to decide how cause and effects operates. I'm going to read this paragraph to the class so that we can have a clear understanding of a cause of industrialization and the effects that occurred after industrialization happened. So it says, in recent decades, cities have grown so large that now about 50% of the Earth's population lives in urban areas. There are several reasons for this occurrence. First, the increasing industrialization of the 19th century resulted in the creation of many factory jobs, which tended to be located in cities. These jobs, with their promise of a better material life, attracted many people from rural areas. Second, there were many schools established to educate the children of the new factory laborers. The promise of a better education persuaded many families to leave farming communities and move to the cities. Finally, for many people, these facilities made city life appear more interesting than life on the farm, and therefore drew them away from rural communities. So the question is, class, what is the effect of industrialization? But first of all, what is the cause? The cause, of course, is industrialization. And what are the effects? Here are the four answers. Did the people move to rural areas as a result of industrialization? No. Did people make less money as a result of industrialization? Okay, no. Did theater become more popular? Was that discussed in this paragraph? No, it wasn't. But this is what occurred. Many factory jobs were created as a result of industrialization. And because cities now are kind of hubs for suburban areas, many people take money out of the city but don't contribute to the city. So there has to be that's another cause and effect. The cause, of course, is that people are working in urban areas such as DC, federal government workers, or such as Baltimore, teachers and educators, or any of these other cities. That's the cause, is that they're working, but the effect is that the money is not going back into the city. It's not helping the economy. So we wanted to recognize the signal words of a cause and effect relationship. And these are the signal words, class. Because, since, consequently, this led to, if then, nevertheless, accordingly, because of, as a result of, in order to, maybe due to, yet, for this reason, not only, but, and also. Now, in our second question, class, I want to guide you through how to find cause and effect. Hurricanes, this is our second question, our second problem. It says, hurricanes begin when the weather conditions are just right for a cluster of thunderstorms to form over a tropical ocean. If such a cluster remains long enough, it organizes into a tropical depression with winds of up to 42 miles an hour. If a tropical depression increases to winds of 43 to 74 miles per hour, it is a tropical storm. A tropical storm is given a name and watched closely by satellite to see if it gets worse and begins to have the telltale circular shape of a hurricane. If the air pressure continues to drop, the wind rises to above 75 miles per hour and a true hurricane is born. So what is the cause? The cause in this one is, of course, hurricanes, right? Do you understand? Okay, so the cause is hurricane. And what is the effect? The effect is that if the pressure continues to drop, the wind rises above 75 miles per hour, and a true hurricane is born. That's an effect. What happens? It says, which of the following causes weather forecasters say a storm has become a hurricane? Is it that a cluster of thunderstorms form over a tropical ocean, or a cluster begins to organize into a tropical depression, or winds increase to over 75 miles per hour, or winds increase to 23 to 42 miles per hour, class? What is the causes of a hurricane? Well, the causes is that the winds increase to over 75 miles per hour. That's correct. And so what happens in a hurricane? Buildings, the effects of that, buildings are destroyed, jobs are lost, flooding. What else happened? What happened 10 years ago in Hurricane Katrina? Massive flooding, the city was almost destroyed. So all these things happen as a result of a hurricane. The cause is that the wind increased to over 75 miles per hour. And so what do we need to do, class, when we see winds increasing at that level? We need to get inside, of course, and get low and get under some type of protection. So I just wanted to give you a brief lesson, DC Public Schools and DC Human Resources, on cause and effect. So I made it clear by my diagram what are the causes, what are the three effects. I gave you an answer scenario of what industrialization caused, and it caused many factory jobs were created as a result of the cause of industrialization. And finally, I gave you signal words that give you an idea of when to look for cause and effect scenarios. And these are the signal words. So again, DC Public Schools, my name is Edwin James. I want to thank you for this time of allowing me to come to you by video to give you an understanding of how I teach and what the expectations are. I expect our students to do their best, and I'm going to do my best. So I want to thank my recruiter, Ms. Patricia Cunningham, for her time. It's been a blessing working with you. I look forward to working with you guys in the fall. DC Public Schools, have a great school year, and I'll see you in the fall. God bless. Thank you.